We're here today to send a very clear message, both a public message and a private message to the Prime Minister, that climate change has been missing from the debate about petrol prices. The problem really is not about 3, 4 or 5 cents on the edges of the petrol price debate. It's about our reliance on fuel and our national obsession with petrol. Really what is at issue here is the impact on our climate. Both political parties need to work out how we're going to get Australia off its addiction of petrol and how we're going to move to a clean, green and environmentally and economically sustainable future. Petrol prices are going to fluctuate up and down depending on supply and demand. 20% of our emissions come from transport. We have 10 million cars on the road. But let's also put that in context. We've got the 4th lowest petrol prices in the developed world, and we've also spending about 3% of our national average weekly pay on petrol. This is not the crisis. The crisis is the climate crisis, and we're calling upon both sides of politics to make a clear stand for long-term solutions, not short-term fixes. So what are the solutions? 1, proper investment in public transport. We need a $900 million investment immediately in a world-class public transport system. Secondly, we need mandatory fuel efficiency standards. It's madness in the context of a climate crisis that we don't have energy efficiency standards like most countries in the developed world. We need to work out ways in which our cars can go longer on the same amount of petrol. That's what fuel efficiency standards will do. And this government needs to introduce those standards immediately. Thirdly, we need investment in renewable energy, and in particular the plug-in car. We think that the plug-in car is the perfect solution. 20% of greenhouse gas emissions comes from transport. We need an investment in hybrid car as a transition to a plug-in car where the energy comes from renewable energy. And finally, we need an overall approach to the climate crisis. We need a pathway to a low emissions future, and that comes by establishing a short-term target of 50% by 2020.